social care?
I'm really pleased and very proud of the delivery because it's against a harder test and we've improved in the majority of the areas that we'd set, and we look forward to building on that and being stronger again next year.
What would you say are the particular success stories?
I think the particular success stories is consolidating and building across the board. So we've aimed to improve everywhere, so that is good in all areas except one, and that area we're aiming to be at least that next year, if not stronger, and we're providing a good quality service to our residents, which is, I think, something that everyone could feel reassured with.
So why is maintaining personal dignity and respect simply adequate?
The reason it's adequate is that we had an inspection last year where we were judged to be, for safeguarding, adequate. And we put an improvement plan in place and we've delivered very well against that improvement plan. The inspectors came in September and said we've moved on since the inspection and we've built on what we needed to. But there's a rule in the year of judgment that you have to, you're judged to remain adequate for that year, and that's the kind of the rule. But it doesn't mean that we don't do anything during that year. We act and we take on board seriously the recommendations, and that's what we've done.
We were at Collins House back in about April, I think. You pleased with progress at Collins House?
Very pleased with the progress. Certainly I think we've moved on a lot since earlier in the year, and we're expecting to have another inspection sometime in the next 2 or 3 months. I was speaking to the manager oversighting our improvement plan only on Friday, who was there, and things are much better and much more in tune with the needs of residents, which is really where we want to be.
But something like Baby P and associated investigations, has that impacted upon pressures upon your own area at all?
I think that nationally you couldn't work in social care, whether that's children or adults, without having an absolute focus on safeguarding, and that has really been a very important shift. Before Baby P, but subsequent to Baby P, I think everyone recognises that safety of vulnerable adults and children has to be very much at the forefront of our minds and our actions, and it's certainly something I'm personally very acutely aware of in all that I do, particularly around the operational and the commissioning side of adult social care.
But has that made it harder for you to attract people, working as social workers in the borough?
I think people feel more exposed. There's been a national task force around social work, largely in relation to the profession, to see what can be done to support better frontline practitioners, because they make judgments every day that really are very important, and they also put a lot on the line in relation to that. Their judgment's not spot on all of the time and supported all the time.
And you're confident that some of the schemes or systems you're trying to put in place regarding using unqualified social workers, that's something that the Labour Party leapt on, saying you could cause another Baby P. Was that unfair of them to say that?
I think you need the right mix of skills in the right place. Qualified and unqualified, you need to get the balance right. Supervision and really understanding processes is what's key, because there can be qualified workers who can make mistakes and there can be unqualified workers that make the right judgments. It's about the right mix of skills, the right supervision, and, to be quite frank, the right quality of oversight. Recording is critical to that, but also good judgment. You don't get good judgment by automatically having certain people with certain qualifications doing it. It's about training, support, mentoring and supervision. The whole mix is important.